When most people think of Cold War engineering, their minds jump instantly to missile silos, encrypted radio bunkers, and sprawling underground command centers. What almost no one considers is the quiet infrastructure that made these places functional in the first place. The beams, joists, supports, and often overlooked wooden skeletons that kept everything standing. Hidden beneath classified facilities and deep inside restricted complexes, much of this wood quietly carried the burden of national security, yet nothing threatened it more than something simple and relentless: water. It seeped through concrete, condensed on cold steel, pooled along floors, and silently crept into the fibers of wooden supports. And in a world where secrecy was everything, where a single compromised structure could expose an entire operation, engineers treated water not as an inconvenience, but as an enemy. Their responses formed a layered system of prevention and preservation that still informs modern construction and survivalist engineering today. If any structural compromise appeared, engineers turned to chemical stabilization. Borax-based mixtures, sometimes injected under pressure, seeped into the wood and neutralized fungal colonies. These treatments also acted as mild structural reinforcers, binding fibers together in softened areas. When decay had gone too far for chemical fixes, engineers didn't always replace an entire beam. Instead, they used steel plates, epoxy reinforcements, or hybrid splices that restored strength while preserving most of the original wood. These hybrid repairs kept facilities operational without revealing their construction to outside contractors, an essential consideration in an age of espionage. Remarkably, the techniques developed during this era remain useful far beyond Cold War ruins. Anyone restoring an old building, farmhouse, or even a historic bunker can benefit from the same principles. The first rule is still the most important: choose rot-resistant wood. No chemical treatment can fully compensate for weak species in a damp environment. The second rule is to install it intelligently. Elevate beams from concrete, allow airflow around structural supports, and never trap moisture beneath flooring or behind impermeable barriers. A structure doesn't rot because it gets wet, it rots because it stays wet. For those dealing with existing damage, Cold War methodology still applies. Begin with assessment, not demolition. Identify moisture sources, dry slowly, and avoid the temptation to blast beams with high heat. Use borate solutions to stop rot and, if needed, inject epoxies or resins to stabilize fiber loss. Small reinforcements may be enough to restore safety without requiring full replacement. These methods are invaluable not only for preservationists but also for anyone building or maintaining a survival shelter, homestead cabin, or off-grid bunker. Understanding moisture science can prevent catastrophic structural failures that develop quietly over time. More subtly, studying Cold War wooden beam engineering reveals the mindset of the era. Engineers weren't merely building structures, they were building secrets. Every decision reflected pressure, paranoia, and precision. A leaking roof wasn't just a maintenance issue, it was a threat to equipment, operations, and national security. A rotting beam wasn't a carpentry problem, it was a potential collapse that could destroy classified material or expose hidden infrastructure. Their mindset was simple and relentless. The cost of failure was too high to gamble. Today, whether restoring a historic site or constructing a personal shelter, we can learn from their discipline. They proved that even the most ordinary material, wood, can become extraordinary when treated with forethought and scientific rigor. In the end, the Cold War wasn't just fought with missiles and intelligence networks, it was fought in every beam, every joint, every seal, and every moisture barrier hidden beneath the ground. And for anyone willing to look closely, the lessons still stand as strong as the structures they protected.